again, everybody. Fiber Spider back again with another game just for you. Hope all of you are doing really well today. I'm doing fabulous because I get to show you a fun new game that I found. Not that long ago, I showed you guys a game called Grove, and it's a lovely little puzzly card game, and I think it's a lot of fun, but I found the third of the series, Forage, and I couldn't wait to show it to you guys, also because I just got this for my niece for Christmas, and I wanted to show her all the ins and outs, and, well, I hope you like it, Emma. All right, so, in a nutshell, no pun intended, so you have to search different areas of woodland for wild food. Gather as much as you can by playing cards so that matching areas overlap. Forage is the final installment of the 9-card solitaire game trilogy following Orchard and its sequel, Grove. Its cards show woodland areas with wild blackberries, sweet chestnuts, and edible mushrooms. Some areas are split into 2 types, which, together with dice that feature helpful but hungry mice, offer new opportunities and different strategies to increase your harvest. So, inside of the box, we have, this is Woodward Mouse. Yes, he's cute and I like him, but you do not want him active on your cards because he will take away 5 points. Then you also have some green dice, some brown dice, and some yellow dice. And those correspond with our cards here. Each is divided into 6 parts. So you've got your brown mushrooms, brown dice, yellow chestnuts, yellow dice, and green background to the blackberries for the green dice. And the object is you take your cards, place them on top of each other to score points. And the scoring system goes as follows. If you put a matching fruit on top of a background, well, then you get 1 point. If you manage to do it again, you get 3 points. If you can do it again, then you get 6 points. If you can do it again, you get 10 points. If you can do it again, well, then you get 15 points. But if the areas do not match, well, then you end up with a mouse, -2 points. And if you want to use this die for something else, if you put an area on top of here, in this case, if you put a green area on top of here to get rid of the mouse, well, that's when Woodward Mouse comes into play, and then it's a minus of 5 points. Yeah. As far as the cards, you only play with 9 cards for the game. The deck, it comes with 18, so you can play 2 rounds. Also, if you want to add some variables and an increase of challenge, you can use the recipe cards. So this one would be mouse-free. So if no mice are in play, that would mean Woodward as well as the mouse dice. If there are none in play, well, then you get a bonus of 2 points. And then this one, for example, Blackberry Cordial. All 5 blackberry dice are in play without mice. If you manage to get, say, all of these green dice up and none of them are little mousies, well, then you get an additional 5 points. Now, the trick is that you not only have the recipes, but then you have these numbers in the corner. Add them together, so that would be 40, correct? Because it's 1 plus 2 is 3. Yeah, it'd be 40 points. So you would need to score 40 points in order to win the game. So these can help you out if you fulfill their tasks. Can you? Well, typically I don't play with the recipes, I just play with the cards themselves. And then, based on the scoring in the back, which is actually right here, based on your score, that determines, well, how well you did. It's a really fun little solitaire strategy card game. I think it's a lot of fun, and well, let's do a playthrough and see how successful I am, if at all. Let's hop in. Okay, so I'm going to give my cards a quick shuffle and then deal out my 9 cards, and then we will go from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I could use 2 of these for my recipes or just save them for another hand. I'm going to put these on the side. And let's see what we can do with what we have. The one that's always on the table gives me the most trouble because, these I do like because they're actually plastic, so nice and durable. So the first card we play is our base, and then the next 2 we get to play out and see what we can do with them. Now, based on what we have, see, it would be nice if I had 2 yellows next to each other, so I could play this one, or 2 mushrooms next to each other, so I could play that one. We don't, so we have to make do. Let's see. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could use this one right here. So, for instance, I could put the chestnut on top of the chestnut, the mushroom on top of the mushroom, and then this one on top. Now, because half of it is yellow, I will not be penalized. However, I won't get a die because this square, this area doesn't have a chestnut on it. But I would get 2 active dice as a result. So that's actually not bad at all. Let's see, is there anything else I could do? Actually, hold the phone. Hang on. Okay, wait a minute. Because mushroom, say I put this one directly on top of here. Mushroom goes over mushroom. This area I wouldn't get penalized because there is yellow in it. This area I would get the blackberry. This area I would, oh wait, no, there's just this one. There's this one that I would get penalized on. However, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. And then I would also get a mouse die. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. So, that being said, so let's see. So I would get this one here. This one would be a mouse die, right? This one I would score. This one I would score. And this one I would also score. This one I'm not getting penalized on. This one I am, but I did get 4 dice in the process, which is actually not bad for the first move. So I'm just gonna scoot that card underneath, like so. Now, it's not great to start off with a -2 because even though I gained 2, I also lost 2. Which, in a nutshell, it might have been better to take my initial move, which only netted me 2. But, on the other hand, I've got 4 dice in play, so that's not bad. So from here, grab another card and see what we can do. Now then, let's see. No, let's see. Brown, green, yellow. Okay, well, I could conceivably play this side on top of these three, brown, green, and yellow. And then I could take this die back and replace it with Woodward Mouse. I could do that. Will I? I don't know. You know what? I could also place these three on top of these three. You know, so this edge on top of this edge. The blackberry would become available to me because I'm placing the blackberry over a half green space, so I would get that point. This one would increase, and this one would increase. That's not terrible. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So just sort of scoot you right there, and then increase my 1 to a 3, and then this one also to a 3. And the nice thing is that the numbers, they keep bumping up quite a bit. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, you know, so great risk gets great reward, you know. And then we replace our old card with a new card. Ah, okay. Well, well, what I could conceivably do is I could place this here, and I could bump up my 3 to a 6. This one I would not get penalized on because it's green over green. It wouldn't get me anything. And then I could put this one over here and then again get Woodward Mouse. However, then I wouldn't be able to do that, which is not stupendous. Maybe something up top there. So that's brown, green, brown, or brown, green, yellow. I can't speak. Tricksy. I do kind of like the idea of doing the bottom, though. I mean, I could play that. Let's see, brown and yellow. No, because I would really like to get the brown and the yellow bumped up a bit point-wise. And I don't have 2 browns diagonally on hand, which is kind of a bummer. Now, if for argument's sake, actually not for argument's sake, I am just going to do it, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this side underneath here. Now, the brown, the mushroom, would go from 1 to 3. The blackberry, the green, unfortunately, it wouldn't go up because there isn't a blackberry on here. However, I won't get penalized, so it'll stay static at a scoring of 1. And then this one, well, out comes Woodward. Now the thing is that if I don't, by the end of the game, put another blackberry underneath this die here, it's no longer of any value, unfortunately. I end up losing that die. But, you know what, I think I'm going to go for it. So the 1 gets bumped up to a 3. This one stays the same. And then this one, at least I get the die back, but I end up with a -5 as a result. Scoot you on top there. There we are. Okay, draw another card and see what we can do from here. Okay, so scooting right along, footloose and fancy-free. What can we do? Well, unfortunately, I can't do anything with this space anymore, which is kind of a bummer. And I don't have 2 greens next to each other, which is also kind of a bummer. You know, because I got these 2 greens, that would have been really quite helpful. However, let's see. See, right now I've got 2 diagonal browns. However, I would need 2 diagonal greens. Now I do have these two diagonal greens, but I don't have two diagonal browns. That's kind of a drag. Let's see, what can I do? I'm having trouble here. Having a spot of trouble. However, I could do, no, that would not work. That's in the reverse order. Brown over green and green over brown. That would not work at all. No, oh dear. However, that would work because it would be blackberry over blackberry, chestnut over chestnut, and another one where I would not get penalized. So that's not terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible either. Something to keep in mind. Is there anything I can do with these? Well, what I could do is play this one and then play this one over this one, the two greens on top of the two greens. Could do that. Could do that, which wouldn't be terrible. You know, I think I'm just going to sort of scooch that carefully up a little bit. Decisions, right? See, unfortunately, I blocked any potentiality of doing anything because I put the mouse there, which is kind of a bummer. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to go this route. So I will get a chestnut and a blackberry as a result. Chestnut and blackberry. Draw another card. Oh, okay, so again, we have multiple greens. That actually is pretty cool because I could play this one and this one. Now the problem is that the ones here do not match. However, it might be worth it. Let's see. No, I was just thinking the mushrooms over the mushrooms, but it would be a chestnut over a blackberry and a blackberry over a mixed, and that does not work. That does not help us much. And this still can't do anything because Woodward is in the way, that little pest. So you know what? I think I'm going to do this. Going to lift that up, put you there. So the 1 becomes 3. Oh, wait a minute, before I do that. Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to do as I was thinking because it wouldn't just be one thing overlapping, it would be a whole bunch. Ooh, not good, not good. What would be, oh, I just stepped in it, didn't I? Well, because the thing is that would be the entire card playing on top of the entire card. So this one would be fine. This one would not. This one would be fine. This one would not. That's a whole lot of negative points, so I'm not going to do that. However, let's see. Oh, dear. See, I would be lying if I said I was actually good at this game. And I never said that, so I'm not lying, am I? You know what? I think we are going to play this one anyway. So 1 turning into a 3. And then we get a fresh die here. So we are getting some points, but unfortunately, we are a long hop, skip, and a jump away from 30 points. Oh dear. And I only have 2 cards left. Oh, this is pitiful. Okay, that's my last one, and I need points. I seriously need points. Let me move my camera. There we are. Oh dear. Okay, what can I do to try to rectify the situation? Well, not much. Oh, this is depressing. Let's see. Oh dear. Trying to figure out what would be a good placement. I am not doing too well. Oh dear. So you would try to visualize what would go well over what. You know, like for instance, yeah, I could get the chestnut, but the mushroom wouldn't count, and that would be it. Not very groovy. Oh dear, 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 dear. And chances are I'm going to lose this die in spite of my efforts. Oh dear. See, I couldn't put this here even if I wanted to because Woodward is blocking the way. You know, I thought about this before, and it wouldn't necessarily be a rotten idea, but I'm not entirely satisfied with it either. However, I could play this right here, and it would garner some points. Or I could play it here. That would also garner some points. You know what? I think I'm going to play it right here because then it would increase the mushroom. It would get me a blackberry. Could be worse. So the 3 goes up to a 6. And then I get a fresh blackberry die. There we are. Not great. Not god-awful, but not great either. And now we only have 2 cards left. Okay, so what to do with our last cards? Well, okay, can I somehow manage to figure out how to use these together? Because that would be rather nice if I could. Let's see. You know, as far as the overlapping is concerned. Well, I could manage to put this one over this one. It would get me a green die and 2 yellow dies, but I would end up losing on at least one of them there, which is kind of stinky, but could be worse. Let's see. Now, can I do any... That's as far as putting those 2 together, but putting them on here, that's a different story, isn't it? Let's see. Brown on top of brown, yellow on top of yellow. However, the other 2 would not work because it would be green over brown, yellow over green. That does not work. Not good. Nope, nope, nope. That does not work either. I know it's a lot of me hemming and hawing. I totally understand. You know what I think I might do? Put these two over and score another yellow and brown die. Okay. Then, with my last card, I could get my 1 die from a 1 to a 3, and then another yellow die there, a green die here, and then another mouse die, which not a big fan of, but would that behoove me? So actually it would, because this one turning from a 1 into a 3, that's plus 3. 4, 5. Yeah, it's not terrible. No, couldn't do that. No. No, that doesn't work either. No, I think I'm going to do that. So get another yellow die out. Turn this one from a 1 into a 3. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't do that. I could not do that. So this was a 1. Yeah, I can't do that because this one would give me a mouse die, but I wouldn't have enough green dice in order to do that. So that would be an illegal move. If you're out of a certain color of dice and you don't have Woodward to help you out, then you can't do the move. So now I have to rethink that. Oh dear, 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 dear. Okay, so much for that plan. Well, conversely, I could put this card over this area. That would go from 3 to 6, 1 to 3. Get an additional yellow die, but then I would need a yellow mouse and a brown mouse. Not great, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. So let's see. It would be 3 to 6. I'll put you right there. 3 to 6, 1 to 3, right? Yellow die, yellow mouse, brown die, and a brown mouse, if I'm not mistaken. Because we increased this one and this one. This one gets me a new one. This one doesn't match. This one gets me a new one. That one doesn't match. The difficulties in not being able to pick up my cards here. So yeah, that just netted me a negative 4 points, but will it be worth it? And I only had 1 die left over and no cards left over. So now it's a matter of figuring out just how badly I did. Oh, I never said I was good at this game. Okay, so first things first, we need to establish where we're at. Now this die right here, we end up losing because there was no blackberry underneath it. So this one, he gets taken away. And then we've got 2 mouse dice and We also have Woodward as well. That is minus 9 points, because that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeesh. Which means I lose 9 points worth right there. And then what do we have left? Not much. So we've got 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, that's awful. That's really awful, because I didn't even make the base 30, and that would have been there's mushroom for improvement, and I didn't even manage that one. Oh dear. Well, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. You don't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, and, well, all that jazz. Okay, so that was a rather sad failure of mine. However, I can redeem myself, I think, because, well, we still have 9 more cards to play with. So let's try again. Gonna go a little bit faster this time, you know, and hopefully we'll be doing better. So, you know, gonna see what I can do with what I have here. So these are my remaining 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Because we have the 3 here. Okay, just making sure I didn't mix up my piles. Okay. All right, now, So you got these 2 browns, which would have been great if I had placed, you know, my initial card was a brown, but it wasn't. However, I could place this on top of here, and it would just get me 1 chestnut, which is not fabulous. Let's see. No diagonal greens on either of these. I do have diagonal browns. It would get me 1 mouse die, which is not favorable, you know, right out of the gate. Oh dear, dear, dear. I want to do better this time. I really do. Because I was very disappointed in myself. However, you know, I think I'm just going to try to rush through this. So I'm going to get one chestnut die right off the bat. Place another card. Okay, actually, what I could do, scoot this up, place you on top of here, and that gets me 2 mushroom dice. Oh, and draw another card. Well, I could put this one on top of here, get me 2 chestnut dice. Or, ooh, I kind of like this. So if I put these on top of here, it would get me an increase on the chestnut, a fresh chestnut, a blueberry, and this one would not increase, but it wouldn't get penalized either. That is not terrible. That is not terrible at all. You know, I think I'm going to go with that. So increase the 1 up to a 3, the 1 up to a 3, a fresh chestnut, and wait, no, this stays as a 1, excuse me, because we do not have a mushroom on top of here. It doesn't get penalized, but this one does help us. So plop you right on there. There we go. So we could be doing considerably worse. and a fresh card. Okay. Let's see. Trixie. Well, the likelihood of me being able to rescue this one, because right now it is underneath a skewed square, the likelihood of me being able to save it is slim. And I could increase this from a 1 to a 3, then this one would get a fresh one. This one would also be a 1 to a 3, but I would get a mouse die. There are worse things in life, and I've experienced many of them. So, yeah, I'm gonna replace you with a yellow mouse die. This one goes from a 1 to a 3. Get a fresh one here, and 1 to a 3. There. Fresh card. All right, now, what to do? Let's see. See if I can increase the 3s up to 6s. That would really, really, really help me. Well, I could increase this 3 to a 6. This one would stay the same. I would also get a brown and a green, but then I would also get a green mouse die here, which is not great. But again, omelet, break a few eggs. So 3 up to a 6. This one would stay the same. Get a fresh green. Get a fresh brown. And a green mouse. So brown, green, yellow, yellow, and then brown, green mouse, right? Okay, getting there. So I've got this card and I only have 1 left. So yeah, the game's going by a lot faster. Oh dear. Okay, can I make some decent moves? I don't know. Let's see. Well, no, I couldn't place this card on here because that would get in the way. Let's see. No. Technically, I could put this on top of here because it's a brown on top of a brown, green on top of a green. The green die, the mouse die would turn into Woodward and it would get me a brown. That really doesn't help me much at all, I'm afraid. Let's see. Brown, yellow, green. I've got a yellow, brown, green. But I would need the yellow and the brown to be reversed, so that doesn't help. Oh, Dios míos. I think part of my trouble is that I was trying to go too quickly and not thinking enough. I mean, this would actually be not bad because it would get me a mushroom and a chestnut if I put it there. So there are worse things. Trixie, Trixie. Oh, you know, I think I'm going to go with that. So that's a blackberry and chestnut. Last card. Well, with the last card, I could play that right there, although I only have one yellow die, so I would only be able to get 1 point. I wouldn't be able to get 2, which is kind of stinky. However, if I could try to focus more on the brown, because I do have more brown dice. You know what? I think, let me scoot this over here so you can see better. I think I'm going to do this because I would put the mushroom over there and the chestnut over there, so it would get me a mushroom and a chestnut. Mushroom and a chestnut. No negatives. And then finish it off by putting the mushrooms on top of the mushrooms. So the 1 would go to a 3. And I would get that one there. Is it great? No, but I think it's better than the last time at any rate. So let's tally things up and see how we did. Okay, so first things first, we have our 2 naughty little mice dice. So that's -4 points. So get rid of 4 points right out off the bat, excuse me. And then this one I lose because it was on a cross-section area there, so I lose you. Oh dear. So I've got 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, I did even worse. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking properly because I'm in front of the camera. I don't know. I have done better, actually. Off camera, yes, believe it or not, I have done better. In fact, I have beaten 30 points before, but today it's just not happening. I don't know. At any rate, I really like the game. I think it's a lot of fun in spite of my shortcomings. And I think that if you put a little bit more thought into it than I did, that you would even do better than me. Let me know what you think of the game. I think it's a lot of fun. You know, and I'm going to put a link where you can find it in the description box down below. This video is not sponsored, but I'm going to put the link down there. So if you're interested in picking up a copy, that's where it is. And yeah, so listen, you guys know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay playing fun, fabulous games, either by yourself or with somebody you love, and take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.